So basically, Rahul, I come from Mumbai, and I'm a CA and a CS. I've worked with the likes of KPMG, PKF International, with international consulting firms, and I was a CFO for a company in South Africa, and then I decided to venture into restaurant industry. There's always a bug of entrepreneurship and startups in people, and mine was more
Okay.
towards the hospitality industry. So 5 years
Okay.
back, I started my journey with all my savings and bootstrapping money, and rest is history. So my first business was a restaurant and a bar in Cape Town, South Africa, and from there
Okay.
I expanded into owning digital magazines, owning a backpackers, making a guest house, and the last major industry I was in, I owned four music and lifestyle experience festivals, and our festivals were amongst the biggest festivals in South Africa.
Okay.
The likes of Sunburn in Goa, and very interesting industry. COVID-19 crisis has made us relook into a new way of
Okay.
operating now.
Okay. So let me ask you a basic question, sir. Right now, what exactly is happening? Due to how? What do you think about how badly the restaurant industry has been impacted with your lockdown in India and overseas?
Look, restaurant industry will be, so the current nature of the restaurant industry is only 20-25 years old model in the US and only 15-18-year-old models elsewhere. What do I mean by that? Is in the 90s we used to not go out as much to a restaurant as much, sorry, as we did in the last 15 years probably. So it's not like that industry was budding industry forever, and we have faced 100 different challenges, and that industry has survived. In India, the restaurants which are owned, the premises which are owned by the owners, paid for already, will have much like bigger likelihood to survive. The old school restaurateurs, who are cash rich, who have family savings, who have wealth, those who can survive the 2 year period of no sales, um, will survive the restaurant industry. All the new age, new age restaurant players, including somebody like me, will get affected because you don't have money beyond the 2 months of lease. Um, you know, the restaurant industry is a very dynamic industry which is built on very wafer thin margins. And the biggest problem that the industry will face is even after the lockdown ends, the consumers will not come back that easily. There will be a new normal in consumer behavior. There will be a new difference in which they come back to this industry.
Okay. So I want to ask you whether the only frozen option in India has started doing home delivery and takeaways.
Correct.
Do you think for restaurant industry, the takeaway and home delivery is the only options
See, I
for next
don't
1 year?
see. I'm not saying home delivery will be the only options and all restaurants will go away. But what I'm trying to say is home deliveries will eventually, in a cloud kitchen space, where rental gets taken away from the costing of a restaurant, there is more likelihood that it will add into a value chain where if you go eat a pav bhaji at a restaurant, it costs you 125 rupees, whereas at home, if it gets start delivering at 90 rupees on a consistent value chain basis, that might change one dynamics of the restaurant industry. The social aspect of the restaurant industry, jahan pe you go out and meet people, that won't change. So there will still be a room for restaurant industry. It will just evolve um, into two different dynamics within the industry. That's my prediction.
So what do you think about after post lockdown? What are the challenges restaurant industry is going to face? Because right now everybody is in fear. They are not sure how many days it is going to be extended, right?
Correct.
So those who are going to be a budding entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
so if they want to start their own restaurants, what they should consider?
See, very frankly, we own a restaurant here, right? And I would stay away from starting a new restaurant over the next 1 year. First of all, I would say if the another strategy is normally any which ways, instead of opening a new restaurant, you should buy an existing one which is closing down. So that saves you money. Opening a new restaurant from scratch, which I did, would cost you something like 2 crore rupees for interiors, for kitchen equipment, for training and staffing and everything included. Whereas when you buy an existing restaurant, a model which is not working for somebody is being taken over by a new entrepreneur. My biggest problem is in these unprecedented times, I fear people in India and people around the world will not be flocking to the restaurants like they did till February 2020.
So you mean to say that they are not going to order home delivery or takeaway also, or they are
So
not going to go
I
dining?
so the biggest difference is home deliveries and takeaways have gone up in rest of the world, in South Africa, in UK, in US, in Canada, because for them it's not just key, it's home delivery or it's a takeaway. It's a way of living. People don't cook as much at home. They do not have facilities to cook as much at home. Um, a lot of couples are working full day jobs, so they don't have the skill set to cook at home. So it's a convenience factor is why they end up ordering takeaway or home deliveries. In my own example, for 4 years, I used to probably make food every day when I first moved out of the country. Then from the fifth
Okay.
day, fifth day I just realized that I just it's just convenient for me to order a takeaway from a healthy place, or you know or put a subscription meal, because it would give me 2 hours a day where I'm more free to do other things, follow a passion, follow a hobby,
So you mean to
concentrate
say
more
that?
on my career, which is a different dynamic in India. India may it's still much cheaper to make at home than to order from outside. Whereas internationally, the takeaway or home delivery portion is not affecting the restaurants. It's affecting a grocery store because the pricing is very similar.
Okay. So you mean to say that in India, takeaway and home delivery services is not going to start because of having the production cost at home. If we are making our own food at home, then
Yeah,
production cost of the food is very low, right? So due
correct.
to that, they will prefer to eat at home only. You mean to say
See,
that?
I am saying, like, let's assume the Indian market is 100 people, okay, for anything. I am saying, agar if 70%, 70 out of 100 people were taking home deliveries and takeaways before, 20 of them will not return because they are fearing the coronavirus might spread through that also. So there will be a dip in the market, and you would have seen the last 2 days of reports that Swiggy and Zomato are expecting lower sales. And
Yeah.
the second aspect of that is 20% एक fall होगा, backed by the fact that people who used to go out only and not used to order takeaway, there will be a surge of those people ordering online. See, first 2-3 months out of year you will not order. ठीक है, July तक you behaved yourself. Then end of July, on 31st July, suddenly you'll wake up one day and be like, "Yeah, I cannot live like this. The life has ended. I have not eaten a vada pav since March." So you will be like, "Chalo, theek hai, marna hai to mar jayenge. Let's start living a normal life again." The
Okay.
human
You mean
the
to say
human
that?
psychological triumph will take away, and that's where the biggest change of the industry will come in. The restaurants which are locational centric, की location पे ही based है पूरा business, are gonna suffer because they are trying to pay for all the tables and the chairs and the retail space they have taken over. And that retail space is a
Yes.
huge cost. Plus, the restaurant which serve alcohol can again not make money off the alcohol. So, essentially speaking, the whole concept of cloud kitchens, where you are not paying a big rental and you are doing a multi-brand cloud kitchen, can
Yeah.
take
So
over a
let me
huge
ask
part
you
of
the
the
same
industry
question.
because of the value chain. एक तो लोगों के पास
Yes.
पैसा कम होगा, क्योंकि
Yes.
किसी के पास भी अभी जॉब नहीं है, इंडिया बोलो, यूएस बोलो, साउथ अफ्रीका बोलो, अगर तेरे पास जॉब ही नहीं है तो तुम सोचोगे कि यार मेरा फेवरेट पाव भाजी 125 रुपए का है, पर
Right.
दूसरा जोमेटो पे एक नई रेस्टोरेंट पे 75 रुपीज का डील है, चलो डील वाला 2 बार खा लेंगे यार.
Right. So you mean to say that the cloud kitchen is a new solution, a new solution for restaurant industry,
I
or it
feel
will
that
start?
I feel the cloud kitchen has already been a solution for a long time, and that
Okay.
solution was supposed to probably disrupt the industry in small stages by 2025 or 2027. That 2025 and 2027 cut trend has now been accelerated to 2020 and 2021 because of the lockdown. It's not like the restaurant industry would not have had to face that challenge. That challenge is
Okay.
just quicker.
So what if I own the restaurant and I want to start my own independent online ordering platform? So is
Okay,
that okay with the restaurant?
okay, I will give you an example. So what we are doing now in South Africa, so we are moving away from our traditional restaurant and businesses, and we have already launched our delivery platform, which goes live on this Friday. It's called www.fooddeliveryza.com, and it's the same thing available on app stores. Um, across iOS and Android. And the model is not very much different from Uber Eats or Grubhub, DoorDash, or Zomato or Swiggy in Indian context.
So
Now the
you are
major
aggregating the restaurants?
yes, we aggregating the restaurants, and at the same time, because we come from hospitality background, we are launching our own cloud kitchens. But we are launching a multi-brand cloud kitchen. So we are converting all our commercial kitchens that we already own to make 10 restaurants on the cloud. So basically, it's a single central kitchen where there are brands operating like called Exotic India, Dragon's Chinese Food, um,
Yes.
Pizza Box as a third one.
Yes.
Fourth one is called New York Burger Company, because you're more likely to
Yeah.
order a burger from New York Burger Company than you're likely to order a burger from Pizza Box, and vice versa. You're more likely to order a pizza from Pizza Box than McDonald's, which is the world's biggest restaurant chain. So that branding needs to differentiate, and there needs to be a brand story. You can't take consumers for a ride कि एक ही kitchen से खाना बेच दिया और कुछ difference नहीं है. There needs to be, each brand needs to have its story. Each brand needs to have its own way of being on digital side, on the storefront, on the app itself, on the packaging, on the taste of food and its making. You cannot fool the consumer. Um, so we are already on that path ourselves. And what that does is us having our own cloud kitchens and delivery both. It gives us a value chain which we can pass it on to the consumer. So we want to concentrate on uh, on trying to bring that 125 rupees ka pav bhaji or 80 rupees at home consistently.
Okay. So at the finally, I want to ask you, what will be your advice you would like to give to the new budding entrepreneurs, those who wanted to start their own restaurants and they are just in fear that whether we should start our own restaurant or not. So what are the challenges they are going to face after lockdowns? Or they should start their own restaurants, or like they should start only home delivery or like
We,
cloud kitchen only.
I
So
will I will give
what
an
are the
example.
advice from you?
I'll give
What
an
are the advice
example.
from your end that
In every industry, whether it's mining or whether it's aeronautical space engineering or whether it's shipping industry or whether it's restaurant industry, her industry where there is profits and there is losses. It goes back
right?
down to how do you know there are multiple departments. If you're an entrepreneur, I would say concentrate on each department. Her area pe concentrate karo. Marketing is not a bad word. Marketing is a very important, digital branding, marketing a very important part of any brand creation. um, when you're starting a restaurant, ask yourself, why would I buy from this restaurant if it was owned by somebody else? And if you can answer that question to yourself and you can create a value chain ki bhai, why would I spend a major part of my money at somebody else's restaurant, then I have built a brand that I can sell to somebody else. And don't shy away from going out of your way and go sell it. Second is risk factor is always there with any business. You need to have like real grit and you know behavior. He was, can I survive this? I was nearly bankrupt twice in my journey as an entrepreneur, but I kept continuing. I had friends who called me from other countries and were like, "Boss, we are sending you some money. Don't give up." Because we know you'll eventually make it, and here we are after 4 5 years we diversified into 8 businesses. um, so it's a thing you, what is your personality and what are your goals. If you're thinking ki, boss, I'll open a restaurant and money will start flowing in, then 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 that's questionable.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for guiding
Yes.
our budding entrepreneurs. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.